Hello and welcome to another edition of 5Q4. Today I'm joined by Matt Wistow. Matt, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Matt Wistow, I'm Business Development Director.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Matt. And if I'm not mistaken, you've not been too long with the company. I think you joined late last year.
I did, I joined on the 1st of December last year, Sanjeev.
So I think many people might have had the opportunity to meet you or get to know you. So before we kick off with the main bulk of questions, I've got some quick fire questions to get a bit of a feel about yourself, if that's okay with yourself.
Absolutely, thank you.
So quite straightforward, simple one-word answers. What do you prefer, coffee or tea?
Tea.
London or Paris?
London.
And are you from Sheffield up north?
I
Sheffield
am.
Wednesday or Sheffield United?
I'm a Sheffield Wednesday fan.
Curry or pizza?
Oh, curry, definitely.
Night in or night out?
Oh, I'm getting a bit on a bit. I think more of a night in these days.
Okay, dress up or dress down?
Dress down.
Money or looks?
Looks.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Call or text?
Call.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs, definitely.
And finally, Marmite, all good or all wrong?
All wrong.
Thanks for that, Matt. That brings us on to our first question. Why is marketing and business development important to the success of Talbots?
Well, I think people probably recognise that the legal sector is a very crowded marketplace, and we need to raise the profile of Talbots and make sure that we demonstrate the capability and experience and expertise that we have to offer. From a business development perspective, that is talking to people like accountants and bankers, property professionals, etc., and really getting over the messages to how we can work with their clients and develop relationships for business referrals. And that, of course, will then leverage off the success and the effort that we have with our marketing in terms of things like the advertising and the sponsorship, etc., that we undertake.
Okay, thank you very much. And that brings us on to our second question. If you could just explain slightly about what are cross-sales and why are they so important to us?
Well, at the basic level, really, what a cross-sale is when you're talking to your client, recognising that there's something about their situation where they could have another need for some further legal advice, and then very simply just acknowledging with them, yes, they have that need, we can help with that need, and then just passing them on to a colleague that can help them. So I don't know, you might be talking to a client, sorting them out with a residential property, buying a new home, and you recognise they need a will, so you make a cross sale, you introduce them to Trust and Estates, and somebody there deals with that. Simple as that.
Thank you very much. And on to our third question, Matt. What hints and tips do you have that might help colleagues with business development on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so I think three simple things are, first thing, preparation. So have a think about the other requirements that your client might have, and have some things ready, and fact sheets together for other services that you think they might be interested in, and have a think about other colleagues or other people in your network that might be able to assist them. Second thing is listen to what they're saying, that's sort of almost the personal incidental type stuff, and what that means for their circumstances and other ways that we might be able to help them. And then the third thing is momentum, really. At the point that they're talking to you, they want to do it. Whatever it is that you're helping them with, they want to do it. But too often these things slip through the cracks. You need to keep on top of it, keep the momentum going. They will then successfully get the advice, and of course we'll get the fees.
Thank you very much. Matt, that brings us on to our fourth question. Sales and profit numbers. Are we on target, and can you share an update and give us an indication on how things are looking?
I can, Sanjeev. People will receive the daily information, so if you look at that, you'll see that actually in terms of fees, we're a little bit behind targets for the year to date. That's not at all unusual actually at this time of the year. I think so with some further hard work, we're confident that we'll have the usual strong second half to the year. The good news is actually that on the gross profit side of things, as at the end of May, we're actually 4% ahead of where we were this time last year. And you'll remember that it's gross profit that triggers the bonus payment. So we're reasonably confident that we can have a record-breaking year.
And that brings us on to the final question, Matt. So we all seem to be doing more and more with our smartphones and tablets. Do you see technology having a significant impact on the legal sector in the next few years?
Yeah, I absolutely do, Sanjeev. I think if you look at the change that technology has driven in other sectors, it's bound to come to the legal sector. In fact, it already is doing. I mean, our clients, they're looking for the convenience to access the services and the advice at a time that's good for them, wherever they are at the time and at any time of the day. And I think a successful law firm of the future needs to recognise that, and whether we're working with our clients online or offline, the important thing is to meet the client's requirements for convenience and access.
Well, thank you very much. That brings us to the end of the questions, and once again, thank you very much for joining me today for this issue of 5Q4.
Pleasure.
So this brings an end to this edition of 5Q4, so please keep your questions coming in to me for any future editions, and I look forward to seeing you in the future again. Thank you very much. Bye now.